Good afternoon or good morning, year 5 and year 6, and welcome to the final lesson about the Athenian democracy. Today, we're going to explore part 3 of our journey, what was the Athenian democracy legacy, and we will also spend a few minutes looking at part 4, which is a review. How did the ancient Greeks make their voices heard? So without further ado, let's be ready. Grab your curriculum book, your pen, pencil, ruler, and let's get started. So year 5 and year 6, as you would normally do in class, please write the LO for today. What was the Athenian democracy legacy? Please remember to put the capital A for Athenian and a question mark at the end because it's a question. As always, for the date, it's up to you, as I don't really know when you're going to look at this lesson. So make sure you're ready and let's explore in depth again this Athenian democracy and the legacy. Legacy means like, what do we remember? What did we take from the Athenian democracy to our world today? So, as you know, the Greek city-state of Athens first introduced the word to the idea of democracy. Citizens were allowed to vote for their leaders and on new laws. The idea is prevalent in our world today, which means it still exists and it's still valid today. Most of the world's governments today have some sort of democracy where the people get to vote and participate in the government. So today we're going to explore democracy in the UK, in our country, how democracy works. So year 5 and year 6, your work today will be to explore our democratic system here in the UK and find the differences and similarities to the Athenian democracy. To do so, I would like you to watch these 3 videos here. So you've got the link here, but obviously you can't use it from the videos. So I've put them in the description box, but they're also on the home learning menu you've received, and they're also on your dojo page. So the idea is for you to watch one video, to watch the second video. So the first one is what is democracy in the UK? The second one is about the government in the UK. And the third one is more like a compilation about democracy in the UK. So if you have enough, you think, with the first 2, that's absolutely fine. I think the third one really summarizes everything. So make sure you click on the different links, watch the 3 videos, or at least the first 2, and then just complete this table. Similarities between the UK democracy and the Athenian democracy, please, just no sentences, just bullet points. Equally, differences between the UK democracy to the Athenian democracy. Again, just bullet points. So just to make sure we're on the same page, watch the first 2. The third one, if you want to know even more facts about democracy and government in the UK, and then complete this table with just bullet points. I will see you very soon once you've completed your work. So pause the video and catch up with me in 5 minutes, or maybe a bit more. Well done, year 5 and year 6. So I hope all went well with your learning today and you find different bullet points, different points showing similarities between our democracy and the Athenian democracy. So basically the Athenian democracy legacy, but equally you might have found also some differences between our democracy and the Athenian democracy. So well done for that, year 5 and year 6. We are now going to jump to really the last part of our journey and exploration of ancient Greece. So without further ado, I bring you to the last slide. I don't know if you're aware, year 5 and year 6, but you've learned a lot during this term about ancient Greece. So just to summarize, look at this page that we look sometimes to time, and just to remind you, so the global theme this term is rights and responsibilities. And our big question is, how do we make our voices heard? And we will continue to explore this question next term, so when we're back after half term. Now, over this term, in term 3, we looked at all these questions. How can we possibly know so much about the ancient Greeks who lived over 2,500 years ago? Does Alexander deserve the name great? How did the Athenian democracy work? Who didn't have a voice in ancient Greece? What was the Athenian democracy legacy? So here we are for the final question in our learning journey. How did the ancient Greeks make their voices heard? This is the one we're going to answer now. So be ready, and I'll take you to this time the real final slide. So here it is. So in the middle of your page, I would like you to have this question. How did the ancient Greeks make their voices heard? And looking at all the work you've done this term, remembering the videos and texts and stories that you read about ancient Greece, how do you think the ancient Greeks make their voices heard? So I thought of some ideas that are mine. Feel free to steal them or to make them yours. So I thought about democracy, art, architecture, culture, plays, myth, the empire with the Greek culture all around the Mediterranean Sea, school, philosophy, science. So for me, this is how the ancient Greeks made their voices heard. But what is it for you? So complete this page and then your work will be done for today. Now, year 5 and year 6, it was a great pleasure to have you on board with me this term to explore ancient Greece. I don't know who's going to do the lesson next term because we haven't decided yet, but I'm sure you will have great fun answering the question, how do we make our voices heard? Big and important topic. So year 5 and year 6, thank you for putting up with me during this last 6 weeks, I think. Ooh, already 6 weeks. I wish you a lovely half term and looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye, take care and stay safe.